Hi, my name is Zachary Hill, and I'm joined by Aaron Smith to talk about higher education around the globe. Aaron is a student here at Widener, and he recently had a study abroad experience. Where did you study abroad, and for how long?
So I studied for an entire semester through Augsburg University, which is in St. Paul, Minnesota. So it was a trip. It broke down into 3 parts over the semester. So I spent 5 weeks in Guatemala, 4 weeks in Costa Rica, and 6 weeks in Nicaragua with a fall break week in between. So I was in Nicaragua for 7 weeks. In each section, we took a different course, and it was broken up per country like that.
Was it during the summer?
It was over my sophomore fall semester.
Sophomore fall. What classes did you take, and you already explained they weren't all in the same place, right?
Yeah. So in Guatemala, I took Spanish. In Nicaragua, I took political science and a gender and women's studies / history course. And in Costa Rica, I took another political science course.
Would you say the types of courses were different from American universities?
I would say it's kind of hard to compare just because it was non-traditional, so I wasn't in a classroom. I wasn't on a campus. In terms of the course load, it was the same. We had a syllabus. We had to follow the syllabus. There were expectations, that kind of thing. Due dates, papers, class discussion, that kind of stuff. But it wasn't traditional in the sense that, like, I went to class in a classroom. Like, they were done in different places, and sometimes we would do field visits and stuff. So it wasn't quite the same. So it's really hard to compare the two directly.
Okay. Did you save money by studying abroad?
It's complicated. Initially, no. Initially, it would have cost me quite a bit because Widener limited my scholarship. So what I get during a regular semester, they said that anything that was a merit-based scholarship I couldn't take, and I could only take need-based. And then in addition to that, because my overall cost of tuition was cheaper, the program was cheaper than a semester at Widener, my aid decreased. So I lost that merit and I lost aid scholarship. So I had a much larger deficit initially. And I met with the counselor, the financial aid counselor, and was basically presented my side saying it's costing me more to go to a school that costs less. Is there anything we can do? So we ended up working something out. So they took some of my need-based and they transferred it to some other categorization that they were able to pass on. So I got a little bit more money from Widener, and then I was able to get special loans. And then I ended up having to pay out of pocket more. So the overall cost was less. And in the end, I had fewer loans and stuff, but I did have to pay more out of pocket initially to go.
Okay, very interesting answer. What expenses did you have to cover besides tuition?
I had to cover my airline ticket to and from, including the flight from Guatemala to Costa Rica. So 3 flights. And then spending money. So I brought about $500 cash roughly to spend while I was down there. And during my fall break, I was completely on my own. So I had to spend money on a hotel to live there for that week. Paid for food, that kind of stuff.
Was the cost of living cheaper overall?
Yeah, overall it was cheaper. I was living in Nicaragua at that point, so the cost of living's pretty low.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Our last question for you today is, were you surrounded by American students in your program?
Yeah, so the program, like I said, it's based out of St. Paul, and it's very similar to kind of how Arcadia, a school that's around the corner, does their program, where they just host trips and then they facilitate them. So there were people from all over. There were a couple people from New England, some from Chicago, there was one girl from Kansas, a guy from Ohio, one guy from South California, myself, and one girl from Puget Sound, Oregon. So we came from all over the place, and then we were facilitated down there. So yeah, we were from all over the country.
That wraps up our questions for today. Thank you, Avon.
Thank you.